really like cereal.
I know you do.
I like bad ones that people don't like.
What is the most unpopular cereal that you really love?
Probably grape nuts.
Okay, see you later.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get Cereal, the weekly show where I, your host, Alyssa Marino, eat cereal, talk about stuff, and sometimes talk to people. I got a great people today. One half of the intergalactic tag team RockNES Monsters. He's an action figure collector and creator, a Star Wars fan, and a self-proclaimed, very opinionated cereal enthusiast. It's my good pal, Yuma. How are you, Yuma?
Holy crap, you sure did your homework on me. That's pretty much the only way to describe me was what you said. Anything else wouldn't be enough, and any more would be a lie. So that was pretty cool.
Thank you. I pride myself on my research. This show, as you know, it's all about cereal. I was trying so hard to find a box of cereal that had a toy inside. I was having zero luck. I did get some chocolate Eggo waffles.
Ooh.
The silver lining is that it has an interactive back of the box.
Okay.
I was going to tell a waffle joke, but it had too many holes.
Oh, I was going to suggest that you don't tell the joke, and you did.
I did. We're going to put this away now.
It was good. They look good.
They are pretty good. I will say they're incredibly crunchy.
You just have a bowl.
I was ready. I will say they are incredibly crunchy. So word to the wise, let them soak a little, because it's you're gonna crack your teeth on them.
Ooh, that crunchy.
Very crunchy. But I was trying to find a box of cereal that had a toy inside. I remember back in the good old days, you would get AOL dial-up discs or a PlayStation sampler or something. And I was wondering if you could tell us maybe some of the most memorable treats that you uncovered in a box of cereal.
Not only can I tell you about them, I have some examples prepared.
Yes.
Because as you mentioned, I'm quite the collector,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm also very, what's the word? Sentimental
Yes.
when it comes to my toys. And I got a stupid memory that I remember everything. And so I brought some examples. First, what I want to start with is the most recent example of toys and cereal out of nowhere, thanks to my good buddy Eric Stevens. He found a big family-sized box of, I think it was Lucky Charms. He's using them for the cookies that he makes, and they had a toy inside. And this is last year. This is 2020. A toy inside a box of cereal. Unheard of in a long time. You know, the best you get would be like a trading card or like some weird hologram thing you slide. It does nothing.
Yeah.
It's like flat in there. It's crap.
Yeah, I agree.
But they finally had some plastic. Now, it's not a lot, as you can see by their profiles. They're quite thin, but they are very cool. We had the Trix Bunny, the Lucky, the Leprechaun. We also got the Cinemoji, which is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot now.
Yes.
We didn't find the rest. We did. We found the Honey Bee from Honey Nut Cheerios, which was my most wanted. And so that was fun. That was something fun to do again, was to hope I got something in a box of cereal. And my son got to enjoy it, which I didn't know if he ever would.
That was actually something I was going to ask too, because I know that you passed on your love of figures to LB with LB's Blind Finds.
Yes.
Was collecting figures something that was passed on to you, or was it something that you acquired on your own? Like, what inspired that?
It just started with me. You know, my dad was into sports, so you know he has a lot of sports memorabilia. But it's things like ticket stubs and you know, programs from, you know, he used to go to Rose Bowl way back in the day, things like that. So, and then my mom, you know, she had a couple really cool Winnie the Pooh plush, like original, like not original, but old. Sorry, Mom. But you called them old when you showed them to us. In fact, while we're talking about her collection, so I guess if it came from anybody, it did come from my mom, because my dad likes, you know, sci-fi and action and all that, but my mom was the one that was really all about, you know, science fiction books. and movies, and having me read more fantasy and mythology. So a lot of the nerdiness I think really came from her. And also from her, I got these 1964 Nabisco cereal bowl buddies. They hang on the edge of your bowl, and these continued throughout cereal boxes for decades, even into our lifetime, into our childhoods. They had cereal clingers or hangers, lots of different names. But these are some of the earliest examples that I know of, and they're from Nabisco cereals, multiple ones, 1964 and 65.
And I have to ask, they're from your mom. Are they actually Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore?
Yeah, this is Pooh and this is Eeyore. They were official
Wow.
Disney products. They had Piglet, Tigger. I think my sister has two of them. I think I took two and she took two. I don't know how I didn't end up with Tigger because he was my favorite. So I don't know.
Good on mom. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
do you remember too? You'd get the little flat spoons. Like I remember specifically a color changing
The
Simba.
Lion King ones?
Yes! Yeah, those are them. Absolutely.
It's funny too because those spoons were so like the plastic was so like soft, like it like you couldn't clank your teeth with it, like it wouldn't hurt. They were just like a nice, gentle spoon, and the color changing worked. It worked really well. So here's an early example of toy premiums being in cereal. This is the most recent that my son got to experience, but I've got two more, and they're my favorite. So there's some honorable mentions. I have this cool shark that I think I still have, but it's in a backpack that I don't want to go get. It's high up. But it was this little shark that, like, when you threw it in the tub, it was weighted in a manner that made it kind of like swim. So it was just a piece of rubber, but it was weighted in a way, and it looked like crap. It looked like someone asked you to draw a shark with your eyes closed. It just looked like crap. I don't know why. It just sucked. And I loved it. It had this big face, like it looked like no shark on the planet or in space.
And you would know if you've
Yes,
seen
I
Sharks in
would know.
Space. So
I have. So that was one of my other favorites. But one of the earliest ones I remember getting and like being stoked on was 1991 Monster in My Pocket. Now this is one of the first big things I collected. I really started with dinosaurs and then Ninja Turtles, but I got a lot of these because they were cheaper, they're smaller, and my mom liked them because they're all based on mythology. They're all based on different cultures, myths, and their monsters. So she didn't mind me learning. And this one came in not frosted mini wheat, but Nabisco's rival. I think it was shredded
wheat.
Yeah, but it had frosting too. My mom didn't like the frosting, but she got it with the frosting so I could get the toy. So thank you again, Mom. Monsters in My Pocket, they were from Matchbox, the toy car company, and they eventually even had Wrestlers in My Pocket, Aliens in My Pocket. They had a bunch of different lines that continued for a long time. They're perfect for cereal. This is just rubber, that you throw this, and this was loose in there too. I don't even think this was in plastic. This was floating in there. This just had shredded, like that hay-looking shredded wheat on him.
And that's what toughened us up as individuals in that day and age. You had to be paying attention. You couldn't be on your phone, or you'd accidentally eat a little action figure in your bowl of cereal. So
you would eat an entire Hot Wheel. My last favorite, and this is my favorite one, my all-time favorite, because I remember I felt like I really earned this. I worked for it because it was a mail away. It was Fruit Loops, 1995, and I like Fruit Loops, but I tell you what, I didn't after this. Because nobody else liked Fruit Loops. And I think I needed like 4 boxes. So not a lot, but in 1995, I'm a little man still. I've always been a tiny person. So 4 boxes, it's going to take the little guy a minute. But I wanted it because it was the only way you could possibly get this Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise Star Wars action figure. This is the only way. That was the only way. That was the only way you could get him. He was so exclusive, and it was actually years before they put him out in a different way that you could get him. And it was a little different. It still wasn't the same. Removable helmet? Come on. I had to eat those 4 boxes. And when this came in the mail after like 180 weeks, I was so happy. Little white box. Little white box, just like in the 70s when they used to have mail-away Star Wars toys. Same thing. Came a little white box, and I earned it. And then I don't think I had Fruit Loops for like 10 years.
After that sacrifice you had to go through, I can see it turning you off of Fruit Loops for a while, but you got it. You reached the pinnacle.
I did.
You really did. You really did. I know that you've expressed a lot of creativity yourself in the world of pro wrestling as even a writer and a producer. I'm curious if you and BHK could take on a tag team of your own creation with creatures or characters from any fandom, who would you guys face and why?
Oh, that is tough because though we are best of friends, we actually have a lot of super differing tastes.
Huh.
Like BHK when it comes to Star Wars, he doesn't really care.
Wow.
And for me, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not necessarily my thing. But if he were to watch this and hear that, he would reach through the screen and kill me. So it's like we have some different tastes. So I don't know who he would pick. If I could pick somebody to fight, I would want to be able to beat them. I'm trying to win here.
Okay. You pull some strings,
Man, that is a really crazy question. Who would I want to freaking fight? Maybe somebody I don't like, because I keep trying to think of somebody who would be cool. Because as a wrestler,
like someone you can really tell a story with.
No, like somebody like that I think sucks from sci-fi or something.
Okay.
Because as a wrestler, you want to wrestle people you enjoy, not people you hated. You're never like, I want to wrestle that guy so I can beat his ass. Like, oh, you want to wrestle your heroes. You want to test yourself. But in this case, who do I hate? Who do I hate from fiction? Pop culture. Gosh, so very many people. So BHK would pick. This would be a handicap match. It would be RockNES versus the damn world because he would pick the entire band of Green Day.
Okay.
The entire band. God, I had it, and then I remembered how bad he doesn't like Green Day. So he would want to fight Green Day. Oh, and I want to fight Fast and Furious, all of them, each movie, the entire cast.
I was gonna say, okay, the entire cast, because I literally in my head.
Cars.
I know. In my head I saw you fighting DVDs.
That's fine. Then
the movies.
Not at all. It would be RockNES versus the entire Fast and the Furious franchise and their tag team partner, Green Day. We're up in about 12-15 minutes.
Perfect. Good. I think you guys will really have a real barn burner for sure.
Everyone will get a chance to look good.
Now, Yuma, as we come to an end of our chat, you said that you have some really strong opinions on cereal, and I'm curious if you can maybe give me your hottest cereal take, just to ruffle a few feathers before I let you go.
Cereal and milk do not go together at all, ever.
But how do you figure? Okay. Oh wow, he's set in his ways, and that's that. Did you have a bad experience of cereal and milk? Do you just not? Is it? I don't understand.
No, I think milk is disgusting. Like, it just grosses me out. I love chocolate milk. I know it makes no damn sense, but there's something about the way milk looks and smells that I hate. I hate it on its own. It's a key ingredient in a great deal of delicious different things, but I hate milk. And I think cereal is meant to be crunchy. I eat it like a snack with my whole hand in the box, like a bag of chips. I don't share. That's mine. I reach in and I eat it like it's chips because it is a snack. You can have a snack for breakfast. I don't care.
Sure.
I don't care. I think cereal is a top tier snack. And I don't think it should be wet at any point. I don't want it wet. I want my food to not be wet.
Okay, I'm gonna try really hard just to wrap my mind around your logic. My friends, my breakfast buddies, if you want to weigh in on Yuma's hot take about cereal should not be mixed with milk and it should just be enjoyed on its own, please do so.
Why drown a star? Why?
I guess.
Why?
All right. I mean, you could always be like Andy Brown and put your milk first, which as long as you're not doing that, you're fine.
I mean, he's putting milk, so I already hate it. I feel like, okay, think of it this way.
Oh, Lord.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Wouldn't you rather jump in a pool than have someone pour a bunch of milk on you. So maybe he's respecting the cereal more by pouring the milk first and allowing them to dive in.
It's on their terms, right?
Yes.
He's pouring the okay.
You're over here just. What if they can't swim? You don't know anything about each piece.
Yuma, my friend, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Cereal. Do you have any words of wisdom, anything you'd like to say to our breakfast buddies at home before we let you go?
Don't drink milk. Figure out a different way to take care of your bones. And get ready because the RockNES Monsters are returning to the ring on May 15th in Las Vegas for Jamie Iovine's Ante Up. It's on Saturday afternoon in Las Vegas, and we're going to take on Matt Justice and Mance Warner in a Sin City street fight. But we're not afraid. We're not afraid of anything. We've seen Beyond the Stars, Venus, Mars, it doesn't matter. RockNES is back, and we're back to win. So get ready for that.
My friend, thank you so much. Best of luck to you and BHK. And my friends, till next time, remember to do your best to be your best. And we see you later.